What is up, YouTube? It is Psychedelic Scizor, and I am here with my Week 2 battle of the CPC Season 7 versus the Red Spark Vikavolts, coached by Dolphin Squared. He has got a team of Latias, Infernape, Suicune, Sylveon, Mega Aggron, Decidueye, Galvantula, Seismitoad, Alolan Persian, Weezing, and Ditto, with his users being the Seismitoad and the Alolan Persian. Sorry for the late upload. You will get a double upload today, and I will be back on schedule, so that's great. And also, yes, I know that all my sprites on screen are Pokemon Shuffle, and then there's just Zeraora, but Zeraora isn't in the game, so I kind of just have to make do with what is available. So, you get the whole thing. Alright, so, looking at this team, I actually felt fairly comfortable with this matchup, but, of course, Suicune and Infernape always have the potential to be annoying, and between pivoting with Alolan Persian and Wish with Sylveon, that could create some situations where it's very hard to kill Mega Aggron, or just the other two that I just mentioned. But overall, I actually kind of like my matchup here. I'll go through the team builder pretty quickly and get into the battle. So first off, we've got a Adamant Mega Pinsir. Just kind of shreds through his team. It once Mega Aggron is weakened, which I think I am very capable of doing, Mega Pinsir should not have a problem cleaning up this team. And it does have enough bulk to set up. Like, it can definitely live a non-rock hit perfectly fine and set up in the face of something like, say, a defensive Sylveon, or even defensive Latias, if I know its attacks, or something along those lines. But either way, that is Mega Pinsir. We have got a Empoleon with Defog, Scald, Grass Knot, and Ice Beam. The speed creep is for a no speed, or I believe 8 speed invested Seismitoad, so I can maybe hit that with a Grass Knot and basically win the Stealth Rock War by keeping his off the field. Otherwise, just Spidef to take on his special threats, and does a surprising amount of damage to a lot of his team just because I have the coverage. I don't have Stealth Rock and Defog, so I'm able to attack some pretty good coverage. Wish I had Flash Cannon, but Scald is just kind of irreplaceable. Scald is amazing. Next, we have a Spidef Gliscor, Roost, Earthquake, Toxic, Protect. I know, kind of a really annoying stally set, but other than the Mega Aggron, I am able to stall out a lot of stuff extremely well. The 20 speed is just kind of a general speed creep, say, if he wants to speed creep with the Suicune, I should be able to speed creep that. And even the Mega Aggron that can't be toxicked, well, it's still hit by Earthquake. Not super hard because it's Mega Aggron, but it is chipped down. And if it doesn't have Ice Punch, then it doesn't do a whole lot to me back, and I kind of win that 1v1. Next, we have got a Zeraora. It is Choice Scarf. It has enough speed to outspeed the Latias. Adamant Nature to hit as hard as possible. Or not Adamant, Naughty. And the rest is put into Special Attack just so that Volt Switch can do the most damage in case I get this thing out early and he doesn't have his ground type, which is Seismitoad. And which I think I can lure that and beat it with Empoleon pretty well. So I'm fine with that. Next, we have got an Assault Vest Goodra with the dual Dragon moves, Sludge Wave and Fire Blast. This takes on Special Infernape very well. Extremely well, actually, and just generally takes on a special that's pretty well. While since I'm invested in the special attack, I do a decent amount of damage back. Just a good Gloomon for this team. Sap Sipper is also nice for the Decidueye, as I don't believe Decidueye can beat me 1v1, unless it's like a Toxic Roost set or something along those lines. I don't really know. I hope I don't have to find out. And finally, we have got a kind of defensive Haunter here. Not really, but it's got enough bulk to be kind of bulky. With Dual Stab, Sub, Pain Split, this is extremely annoying to his bulk. It can just chip a lot of stuff down. It does lure in and weaken the Mega Aggron considerably, which is very important for my Pinsir. And that is the team. I went over it really quickly. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to get these out. So let's get on into the battle. As you see, he brought the Infernape, Sylveon, Alolan Persian, the Weezing, Galvantula, and Latias. Two things I didn't expect to see were Galvantula and the Weezing. Weezing is annoying only because it actually completely hardwalls my Gliscor set. So if he kind of calls that early, if he doesn't think that I can beat it 1v1, that could be very annoying to me. It could spread Will-O-Wisp around. But Haunter's taking on pretty well. God, I'm tired, as usual. And the Galvantula might be annoying just because webs could be pretty annoying, but this does show that with the Choice Scarf, Zeraora still outspeeds his entire team, barring potentially Alolan Persian or a Choice Scarf, Infernape, or Latias. But I don't think it's really going to set up webs, at least without not for free, at least. I'm going to get something out of it. So let's just get on into it. So he leads off with the Weezing as I lead off with the Zeraora. This is the freest Volt Switch of my life. So out into Haunter, which should be able to take it out 1v1. Will-O-Wisp misses. I don't know how much that mattered. He goes for Protect as I set up a sub. This is perfect. So I'm going to be able to just get my shenanigans on. Shadow Ball is pretty much going to be a 2-hit KO. Not with the Black Sludge, but I'll eventually get a Spadef drop. He goes for Sub for some reason, and Protect just to get, recovery back. I don't understand the Sub play, but oh well. Takes a Shadow Ball with his Alolan Persian. I do get a Spadef drop, which is awesome. He goes for a Parting Shot into his Sylveon, but with Sludge Wave, I am still doing a ton. I'm going to keep clicking Sludge Wave because I am protected by the Substitute, and I am going to fish for a Poison. And if this is defensive, which his HP investment shows that it probably is, I eat Hyper Voices pretty well. So continue spamming Sludge Wave. I get the Poison just like I wanted. Eventually I was gonna get it. So he finally breaks my sub with a Foul Play as I get another Sludge Wave off. Even after passing a Wish in there, he's back to just as low as he was. He does go for the Z Parting Shot, which is actually great for me because he burned a Z move early. Very early. So the Goodra is forced out, but Haunter comes in every time on Sylveon now, and now that I'm not -1 special attack, I am doing a ton, and he goes for Hyper Voice here, which he forgot to put Pixelate on, which really sucks. That said, this Haunter is specifically designed to take on a defensive Sylveon, so maybe it would have been a little stallier. I would have had to click Pain Split more, but this Haunter beat this Sylveon 1v1, regardless of whether he had Pixelate or not, so I don't ultimately think it mattered very much, just to kind of clear that up a little bit. So I am in. I'm actually going to go for the Sludge Wave here, because I just didn't want it to get annoyingly stally, but Empoleon is perfectly free switch in after his Latias switches in. Ballsy switch in, but he made it. I just go for Ice Beam. Just play it safe, because if Sylveon comes in, I know I've got the freest Haunter of my life. Goes for Heal Bell. Doesn't matter, Haunter's in for free. So Haunter's going to be able to get up a sub again. He goes for Wish. And I am actually going to click Shadow Ball. I didn't here's the explanation for this. I didn't necessarily predict Latias to come in. I was clicking Shadow Ball just to conserve PP on my Sludge Wave. Because I was starting to get somewhat low. I was at least at half, I think, of my PP. So Shadow Ball was just to conserve PP and maybe get a Spadef drop so that I wouldn't have to click as many Sludge Waves. But it also did cover him making this aggressive switch again, and so Latias, gone. Not an issue anymore. So that's great. So again, I pick up a KO, and Haunter is still here behind a sub. So Persian is forced to break my sub as I knock it out with Sludge Wave, and so Haunter has picked up 2 kills already, but Infernape is in. I go into Gliscor just to scout it because I take any one hit. He is special, so I'm going to click Protect to scout for the HP Ice, and he does have it. However, because I know he's not like Specs or anything, even if he was Specs, he couldn't do anything to Goodra. Earthquake, that's bouncing right off. I miss Draco, which really sucks. But of course, it does force Sylveon in, sure, but like I've said before, every time Sylveon is in, Haunter comes in. And he does go into Galvantula, which I am going to go into my Zeraora. Sorry, this is going a little fast. So, the reason I switched Haunter out there was, again, because it is just a 100% guaranteed answer to the Sylveon and the Weezing, and if I'm behind a sub, I knock out the Infernape, probably, eventually. I don't know. I'm just saying that. But I went Zeraora here for a couple reasons. One, he would have to predict with Bug Buzz, like he did, to catch my Zeraora. But of course, if I stayed in, then I'd shoot up the hit and probably knocked it out, or at least brought it down to its sash. Again, I don't know that. I'm just saying. That's what I'm guessing. But if, of course, I have the Volt Absorb if he did click Thunder. And either way, the main reason I have this in here is because I guaranteed took a hit, even a crit. And is what I'm able to do is if he is Sash, which I think he is, I want to break that Sash, guaranteed, with Zeraora so that Pinsir can win late game. I don't want to be stopped by a Focus Sash Galvantula. So, I'm going to click Knockoff here. It is going to be Focus Sash, and sure, he's going to knock me out, so no 6-0. But Mega Pinsir is pretty much free to win the game at this point. Quick Attack knocks out the Galvantula. I don't know why he went Weezing here, but I guess he just hoped he could, protect his way up, but of course, Frustration knocks that out. Sylveon comes in. I do take a hit from Sylveon pretty easily, so here's why I SD'd instead of just clicking Return. He still hadn't revealed his item on his Infernape, so SD was very free there because if I got up to +2 and the Sylveon stayed in, I lived the Hyper Voice. Even if he was Pixelate, I lived that very comfortably. I don't know for sure if a crit would have knocked me out. I don't believe it did, but I haven't looked at the calc in a couple days. So I get the free SD there, and he revealed to not have HP Rock. Or if he switched into Infernape here, the Swords Dance guarantees that my Quick Attack will knock him out even through a Koba Berry. That's what that long tangent was going for. In case he was Koba Berry Infernape, which he could potentially pull it out if I had choked. Yeah, he could have potentially pulled it out because my team is pretty weakened. But, of course, the SD pretty much guarantees this, so I am just going to, he's going to reveal Mach Punch, do nothing. Quick Attack's going to absolutely blow this thing away, and Sylveon is going to go down to the Frustration, and that is going to be a clean 5-0 win, which is really nice because after last week starting off 0-1 -5, I needed to bounce back in a big way. So now I'm back. I am back to 1-1 +0. It's like a new season. I've got a blank slate again. But that kind of sucks considering next week I play Styx, and oh god. I'm so excited to play Styx, but I know he's probably going to kick my ass. I already know the results of the game, but I won't spoil that for you. In fact, I'm probably going to go record that immediately after this. Double uploads. They're great, aren't they? So that is the game. Good game, Dolphin. You did play well. I thought the prep was a little weird, but weird isn't bad. It just was not what I expected. Like I said, the Weezing could have been extremely annoying. Galvantula definitely could have been very annoying, but who's ever seen a Haunter put in this much work? The Haunter just kind of 1v1'd a lot of his team. It put in the finest work. I'm very happy with that. So I'm going to wrap it up here. If you guys like what the Oakland Azelfs are doing, make sure you like, subscribe, share, do what you do with the YouTube videos. I'm going to get on out of here and see you guys later.